Hey guys, Scoriox here again. Just making a really quick urgent video for you guys about the RevDiz from the land sale. Now, I went through a lot of trouble with my brother for like an hour or two, trying to work out all the maths for how much it might cost you, how much RevDiz you might get from the land. Okay, and I'm going to put this as simply as I can, but it's going to be complicated, so just trust that I've done the maths right. It's probably right. It might be a little bit incorrect, but for the most part, it should be good. A lot of these numbers are speculative, but I'm going to go through this really quickly, make it a short video. I want to start a thing where I do a 3-minute video every week, and I'll have my other major videos that I'll do. Okay, so this has been circulating around the Illuvium Discord. It's a speculative piece on how much each type of land will cost. Based on what I've seen about what the land provides, this should be quite accurate. The only one that's going to most likely be inaccurate is the tier 5. That could be way more, since there's only 5 of them. That could be 10 million, 20 million, who knows. But it would change these numbers up quite a bit, so definitely worth considering. The tier 1, 1 to 3k seems reasonable. By the time land sale hits around, Illuvium might be smack in the center of there, so 1 ILV will equal 1 plot of land, which would actually be a pretty big deal. Tier 2, 5 to 10k, not too sure about that, but that seems about right, probably closer to the 5k region. Tier 3, I have no idea. That one's way over my head, God knows, because tier 2 and tier 4 I think will be the most sought after, personally. Tier 3 doesn't seem to add much. Doesn't seem to have much. That tier 4 is just way better, and tier 2 is pretty much the same, not that much worse. So most people, I'd suspect, would rather buy 3 tier 2 than 1 tier 3 or something like that. So that price is unusual. Tier 4, that seems about right. 50k is about 50 ILV, maybe a little bit steep, but we'll see. And tier 5, definitely over the 1 million mark. Since this has been circulating, I'm going to use these numbers for this situation. Now, my maths has been done here. You don't need to know how the maths works. If you want me to explain it, I can try and explain it. Just leave a comment down below, like the video. I will see what I can do. But basically, I've brought up all the statistics on Etherscan and all that. Found out all the pool weights, how many tokens are staked, its current price, all that sort of stuff. And then found out how many of them are at a 2.0 stake, locked for a year. And then I've used that to calculate how much a 2.0 token will get you in revenue distribution. Because SLP or ILV pool doesn't matter. But the weighting for your token, whether it's 1.0 or 2.0, changes the amount of revenue distribution you get. And I've done this based on percentages and control of the pool, but it might just be a 2 to 1. So I don't know. If it is a 2 to 1, my numbers will actually be less than what it would be. So these are likely the minimum because I know that weighting matters. So if it's this, it should be quite accurate, but if it's just 2 to 1, it's going to be even higher. But let me show you the numbers. So the tiered split and likely split are pretty even splits. The likely split is what I think it will be. The tiered split is pretty much just a standard tier, pretty much almost halving every step down, and that's what you would get. But I went with the likely split because it makes way more sense. Tier 1 and tier 2 are going to take up the majority, 80k. Tier 3 and 4, I reckon they're going to be a 3 to 1 split, especially based on the prices that I showed you before. And then flex tier, obviously the one with the stadiums and the esports stuff, only 5 of them. And the first land sale, which is what I'm going to be covering specifically, is in a few weeks, I think. And that will only have 20,000 lands. So I've just split those numbers by 5. That's it. Just that simple. All right. Now I've got lowball and hopeful figures. All these are the 2 figures you see here. Okay. Bottom end, top end. This is all subject to change. If we get official statistics of what happened, I will redo this video if you guys want. So basically, the low ball and hopeful revenue, it's about 3 times the low ball. Now, low ball and hopeful per token. Now, if the weighting does matter how I've calculated it, these numbers will actually be higher than they would be if you're at 1.0 stake. That's why I'm really into the 2.0, because you actually get, in total, you actually almost do get about 2 times. Okay, so this is if it was 1 times, but it would be less for 1.0 stake. The low ball per token is only $106 per token. Not that bad. I hold about 5 tokens staked at the moment, so I'd be pretty happy with $500. That's about half an ILV added to my stack for the next revenue distribution. It all just accumulates. The hopeful for token is $361. I would love that. It would give me a free ILV. But here's the best part. The ILV pool reward per token 2.0, if you have it weighted at 2 staking, the low ball is 176, and the hopeful scenario is $600 per token staked. If I have my 5 tokens, I would get 2.5. I blew my own mind. I hope you guys found that interesting. That's all the ones for the SLP, really similar, but technically more people have 2.0 in their SLP pool, so the percentage it increased wasn't as much. The ILV pool, only 20% of people, let's look back over here, only 20% of people in the ILV pool at the moment have it at a 1-year lock. It's quite interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen the stats. I could do a video on them if you want. But it's much higher in the SLP pool, as you can see. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Hope you found it interesting. I think I need to buy more ILV. If we find out the prices and they're close to these highball targets, I know it's a Dutch auction, but you never know, something might come out. And we're close to these highball targets. That's 0.5 ILV per ILV staked. At current prices, it'd probably be less, 0.4 or something by that time. That's a lot. That's off a single land sale. The land sale happens, everyone gets the money. Okay, there's going to be costs and things, but when it comes to NFTs, there isn't really. They're just paying maintenance for server costs and things, which is currently coming out of a different pocket. So I wouldn't worry about that. But for this one-time land sale, your bag is about to go 1.5x. That is a big deal. Thanks for watching, guys.